Testing. Excuse the tooth. With a crown down. So it will wash up. Anyway, what a start to the year. The channel's just been dead because we've had no content on the pulsar, because it's not necessarily knackered, but we've been struggling between two ECUs, a plug-in one and a wiring one, which to use. And we've obviously, the wiring one was the one we had, but it was going to be the most difficult to fit regarding time, labour. So we got rid of the wiring one and we went with the plug-in one, which saved a lot of time. But on the other hand, we had an issue with the wiring. We couldn't get the pulsar to start. We had loads of issues with Australia and their feedback. Well, it's not Australia actually, it's New Zealand, where Link ECUs come from. So we contacted them like in the day. They probably replied during the night because of the 11-hour time difference from here, the UK to Australia. And the feedback was pretty bad. But in the end, after a week of messing with it, with the laptop and swapping from the base standard ECU and then flipping back to the plug-in one, well, the Nissan ECU, the original one, out the casing of the car. And we're messing about, flipping backwards and forwards. But in the end, we sorted it. We found a broken wire, what controls the, what sensor was it for? It was something to do with the gold. It was a cam sensor, really. So if the cam snapped, the link would obviously stop everything. If it was in danger of snapping, it would stop the car. So this wire on the old ECU was broken, but on the original ECU, obviously it was working fine because the old ECU wouldn't have picked things like that up, but Link does. So the Link then was telling the car not to start. So as much as we tried, we couldn't get it going until we found the broken wire. Found the broken wire, fixed the broken wire. Now Link is happy and it lets us start the car. Now we're on with the mapping, so I'm hoping that will get us going. Dan's been sat in it for a couple of days now, checking this, checking that. Obviously not going too mad with it. We're just getting it so it's running sweet. The rev count has disappeared, so we're hoping to get that back this week, because it does need a second running through on the laptop, all the settings to get it spot on. I'm trying to look here. I've got a list of stuff because there's that much in my head. Installed. Yeah, and hopefully this week we're off to our first fest of the year anyway, which will be Tuna Fest in Midlands, Donington Park. So we don't know what we're going in yet. We've got to see the car, the pulsar will be up and running and ready after all these problems with this ECU, because I mean it's been running through the year. We've not known what to do with it. Now we've actually got on top of it. We've decided what ECU to run with. We've actually hit issues with the ECU to get it in, and obviously poor feedback from the manufacturers in New Zealand. So again, we've spoke about that, so we can get on with, pass on with that now. Forget about it. Hopefully now we actually resolved the problem. So we've had issues in the beginning of the year with the Mini, the blue, the little blue Cooper S got written off. With me, well, it wasn't my fault. We had a really weird thing in March, a hailstorm, built up ice and dry road, couldn't have crossed the ice, getting on the motorway, hit the ice, started a spin, and I think I hit the dry parts of the road, and then started to roll down the road. It was a hideous accident. Still feeling the chest injuries from it as well. Chest got totally fucking properly ripped, but it's bruised and it's recovered now, more or less. But that's months after the accident, and I'm still feeling it. So anyway, we've picked up another car, which there'll be a bit of footage of the collection. We've got another Cooper S, this time a facelift, but the other one was a pre-facelift. So we need to do 2 full reviews really, coming soon, on the Pulsar, what we've done to it, why it's been standing around. I mean, it's because the football's been full of junk for a good year now. The stuff we started doing to it, trying to do the wiring last year, and never got round to finishing it off. So all the stuff's stayed in the footwell, and now it's completely cleared out. I just want a good hoover. All the panels are back, the ECU box is back, and it's on the chassis, and it is up and running. But just mapping, we're short of mapping. We can get that done before the weekend, we might be able to get it out and get some pictures and stuff. But yeah, a good couple of, well, maybe 2 separate videos on both cars, what's going on with them, where we're up to with them, and that's basically it on the cars, the car front. What else have I got down here? Yeah, and another issue with the it's the engines. For some reason, the GTI has a stronger, it's meant to be a better engine than what's in the Silvia, which I think is the S15 or 14, whatever they call them, but they have the same SR20 DET engine as the GTI, but the GTI's engines fitted horizontally, where the Silvia engines are fitted vertically. So there is differences between them both, but I don't know what they are. But Dan might tell us if we're lucky. But there is differences with the 2 engines, even though they're the same. Just probably because of the fitment and how they work with 4-wheel drive and stuff. I don't know, but I think they could have been problems, and we had to change the trigger wheel. The standard trigger wheel didn't work properly with the Link, and Link advised you to change the trigger wheel. So we picked up an AEM one. We had to order it from Japan via Tigawa, I think they're called, Tigawa in Stoke, and they've imported as one. Not an expensive part, 40 odd quid. So we had to put that in, and that obviously helps with the mapping and everything else what goes along. It just helps the car anyway, and you're advised to buy them. So we got it, but now everything's in and away, and now we're just down to the mapping side now, and hopefully we're at the end of it all, because it has been a terrible start of this year regarding content and filming, but we're not giving up on the channel just yet. Not yet at all by a long shot. We're hoping to get better for 2024, and hopefully bring as much content as we can. Now we're going to try and get to as many shows now. This is in the back of us, because obviously it's cost money as well, getting all this fitted. Stuff we've had to do to the Little Mini, but it's not as bad because it's a low miler. It's below 80 grand that yet, so all the big services on that are not due for a while, which will be the supercharger, oil pump, water pump, and all lots of sort of stuff. Clutch will be due about then, but we're looking at getting them, because you have to take half the car apart on a Mini, on the Cooper S's, so we might as well get it all done at one go. Once it gets the supercharger service, get the clutch done at the same time, and that'll be another video as well on the Mini, because I love driving the Mini, to be fair. It's not much different driving the Pulsar, but yeah, you've been starved, to be fair. But I'll get out these next few weeks now. Now it's running, not running right yet, but it's running off its own steam. It's been 2 weeks in the garage as well, the last 2 weeks. So because of one thing or another, and last week the techs in New Zealand were actually on a holiday. Well, call it a holiday. They was on some sort of course, so we couldn't contact them at all. And then this week, when we've needed them again, we've not been able to contact them this week, just because they haven't been replying to our emails that Dan's been sending. So it's one thing or another. So hopefully now we're on the up, we're on our way back, and hopefully bring you more content from the garage, let you know when all these Evos are getting on, what's actually happening to them. And if you put your comments, you can ask I'll do a walk round, let you know what's down at the garage at AMD. Walk you through the cars, and anything you need to know on the Evos, let me know. If I don't know, I'll ask Dan, because he's working on them obviously. But any interest you have in any of the cars, to what's going on with them. There's Evos and Subarus in there now, a nice white one in at the moment. Put a picture of that up as well, a little video, probably just throw on here somewhere for you. But for the time I've edited this video, you'll have all the little pictures and videos within this video, and you'll understand where we've been and what we've been doing. It's been a nightmare, but hopefully we're coming back better, and it's given us time really to think of content for the future, what we can use down at the garage, and then our cars like the Pulsar when it goes in for stuff, anything what needs changing on it, or updating, or remapping on the. I've just got a plug in now. All Dan does is put his laptop in, he's got the software for Link, plugs it in, and then he's straight onto the engine for any issues that it brings up, any red flags, sorted out straight away. So anyway, I'll not bore you anymore, I'm going to get off. Like I said, I'm going to try and entwine some videos, a bit of content from here, there and everywhere now, some pictures, try and make this video the best I can, and hopefully there'll be more to come. And like I said, we're at Donington this Sunday for Tuna Fest, so I'm hoping to bring a bit of footage back from that. Cars of interest, hopefully be all Japanese, but obviously there is other models that, what I'll have an eye on, and I'll just plonk them in anyway, because other people obviously might have a wider variety of cars, not just tunnel vision with Jap stuff. So hopefully I'll speak soon, and like, comment, subscribe. If anything you need to ask me, obviously the comments below helps me, and obviously a thumbs up for the video. We are trying, and hopefully get better, and hopefully have my tooth back soon as well. My crown just disappeared. I don't know if they ate it or what, but it came out and we couldn't find it. But it sums the year up. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon. Bye for now. Well, that's the old board, the old OEM motherboard, and that Link version of this is now in that casing. Now it's just got to be configured, which is the worst thing possible, but we're getting there. The car does start now, so that's to go in next. That is your what do you actually call this thing there? That's it, your lambda wideband. Saves a lot of hassle messing about with this stuff in the back. I'll show you that now as well. Having that shoved up your tailpipe, when the wideband's fitted, all that configuration for your gas and fuel and crap will be configured via the laptop, not via a pole or whatever you call that thing. So there you go.